Hi, I'm Amanda, the Undercover Yarnsnob, and I'm back again to talk a little bit more about myself. The 10 non-yarny things about me tag is going around, and I figured I would jump on here and add to the fun. And I don't have an introduction video, so I guess this is it. The first thing about me, I am an Air Force brat. My father was enlisted Air Force. And so I ended up being born in West Germany, a little Air Force base. I'm not positive. I think it's around Dusseldorf. Not exactly sure. I haven't looked on the map at it for a while where we were located. But like I said, I was born there. And then we moved to the very southern tip of Florida when I was 18 months old. Even further south than Miami, we were at Homestead Air Force Base, and we left there in the early 80s, so we weren't around when Andrews came through and destroyed it. But yeah, so since I was born in Germany, my mom's grandfather, he originally came from Germany, and he was so excited and pleased to have another member of the family born back home, I guess. So he had a really strong, special connection to me. I didn't get to know him too much. I was really young when he passed. And as another direct result of that, I think, I'm able to, and it's not a good thing, I'm able to cut people out of my life rather quickly and instantly. My mom told me I did it all the time. When I was younger, as soon as I found out my friends had orders, I would just cut them off. I wouldn't go play with them anymore. So that's probably where a lot of that came from. You hurt me, I'm done. I'm not gonna mess with you anymore. So not a good thing, but that's how it is, and I think that's where it started. All of my friends were leaving me. The second thing about me, I've heard a lot of different people tell me this, and I get called this all the time, but yeah, everybody says I'm a smartass, and that's pretty true. And now I just tell them, hey, it's better than being a dumbass. So, and they always laugh at that too, and some of them think I'm actually calling them dumbasses, but I'm not. I'm just saying I'd rather be a smartass any day than a dumbass. The third thing about me, it's kind of embarrassing, but it's something not a lot of people know. I guess about middle school age, the young teenage years, like 13, 14, 15, I was at church a lot. I went to church regularly, every Sunday. Met a few other guys there that were my age. And we became pretty good friends, and the children's church pastor, we all liked to hang out a lot. We all ended up helping out with the children's church on Sundays, and eventually the children's pastor asked us if we'd like to put on puppet shows. So we did. I was a puppeteer for, I don't know, probably a good year, 2 years, I'm not sure. I don't even remember how long it was now. But they said I was pretty good. So I had like a solo I would do with one song. We didn't do any of the acting or any of the lessons. It was all pre-recorded, and we just moved the puppets to how they should move and their hand gestures. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. We went around to the other churches and performed for their kids' church. Like I said, I had a lot of fun doing that, and was one of the first times I actually got to leave Virginia and West Virginia. And we went to a puppet convention in Minneapolis. So that was quite an adventure for my 14, 15-year-old self at the time. So, like I said, and not many people know that. But I had fun. The next thing, I really love cars. If they are fast and loud, the loudest and fastest, I'm all about them. I love it. My dad actually had or he still has it, it's just in pieces right now, which is really sad, but a 67 Mustang California Special. So I've grown up in this car, and I've just grown to love all of the muscle cars, the street rods, the rat rods. I really like those too. Just as long as they're loud and fast, I love it. Which brings me to the next portion of my life. I actually work for an auto parts store. I had trouble at 16, probably till about 19, keeping a job, because I'd start out at like Michael's, or not Michael's. I wish I could have worked at Michael's. I started out at McDonald's. I did odds and ends jobs here and there. I even packed scallops at an ice storage place, because where I live, we're on a peninsula, so we're got 3 sides of water all around us, so it's a pretty big fishing industry here, and it was a pretty good job. It was just really stinky, so I really couldn't keep any job for more than 2 months. I hated all of it. And finally my dad suggested that I go, since I like driving my friends everywhere, he figured I would like delivering auto parts. So I went and applied and got hired, and I loved it. This is the first job I had for more than 2 months. I've actually ended up having the first one for 6 months, and then I moved on to a different store that was paying more. Worked there for a couple of years. Moved on to a Chevy dealership and worked at the dealership. So yeah, I just love anything and everything about cars, and know more than most women. I will say there are a lot of more women in the industry now, which is a good thing to see, because it's definitely, it can be an old boys club, but there's a lot more women into it now, and that's really great. And I ended up working myself my way up to actually dealing with the garages and the mechanics, and dispatching my drivers out with their orders to the local garages. And it's really fun. And now I've kind of taken a sidestep over and more into the inventory management side, and my store is a little bit bigger than the normal stores, so we have more parts, and other stores can actually order from us, and that's what I do. I pick all of the other stores' orders, and I have 3 routes my drivers go out on, and so that way all of our smaller stores has more stock selection that they can actually get the same day. So like I said, I really love that. The main reason I love that, it's really easy. I don't have busy work to try to keep myself busy. And the main thing I love about it are my hours. I work Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4. And I have every weekend and holiday off, which is a first for me in a really, really long time. So I'm loving it, living it up. And it actually paid off pretty good for me this year. I had New Year's Eve off, and I had Christmas Eve off, as well as Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So, yeah, my hours are what I really love right now. And number 5, oh, the other thing I meant to show you, I was actually ASE certified parts specialist. I still have my pin on my pin bag because I'm really proud of it. It's a really hard test to pass, and I did, because they like to use all of the tricky wording on the questions, so you really have to read the whole question. But yeah, ASE certified means Automotive Service Excellence, and it just basically shows people that you know what you're talking about. You're not just somebody off the street, you know, looking up random things on the computer. You actually know what is going on with the car, what parts do what malfunctioning parts act like, all that good stuff. So yeah, I have a pretty good working knowledge of vehicles. And number 5, I, just like Debbie at the Canadian Crotcheter, I am a huge Elvis fan. I was actually born the October after he passed. So my mom was pretty far along with me when he passed, and she tells me all the time that she cried for like 2 weeks when he died, and I think that huge emotion kind of came through to me in her tummy. So I'm really in love with him too, and yeah, I just love him. He's a good looking guy, what can you say? Number 6 is I used to ride all over the country with my husband. In 2012, I kind of semi-retired for about 4 years, and my husband got his CDL, and we drove all across the country. The only states I haven't been are Washington, Oregon, Montana, and Wyoming. So that northwest corner, I guess they just take care of themselves up there, because there weren't many loads at all going. But every other state I've been to, that's what allowed me to go see Graceland, which was the biggest dream of my entire life, was to see Graceland. And kind of like Debbie, I was a little bit disappointed. The only thing is it's a little bit smaller than what you imagine Graceland would be. That was the only thing that hit me. It's like, wow, you expect this huge mansion, and it is, but it's not what we know today as mansions. So it was just kind of an eye-opener that it was actually smaller than what it is. And it's disappointing not to be able to go upstairs, but that was Elvis's wish when he was alive. He didn't want his privacy interfered, so nobody was allowed upstairs but family, and they're just keeping true to his wishes. So, but it would be really cool to see their bedrooms and stuff too. So yeah, we've been all over the country. We went to Laredo innumerable times. That was always the best load. It would go from like Connecticut to Laredo, and it was big money. I've been out to Van Nuys. You've got a Budweiser plant out in Van Nuys. I've been there. Oops, there went my pen. So yeah, and I love it. I've been to Colorado. Been able to buy some things there that you can't buy everywhere, which was really exciting. And I loved it. I loved every minute of it. If my husband didn't have such a lead foot and constantly get insurance providers to drop him, yeah, I would still be out there. I love it. Even kind of going back and forth on getting my CDL, so I can be out there just cruising around the country. I love it. I guess I'm a wanderer. I'm down for that any day than being in one city all the time, every day. Being in a new city every day is a lot more exciting to me. So, yeah, really mad at my husband for messing that up, and he better not mess it up the next time. And number 7, I am actually a dog mom. I have one bulldog. If you saw my last video, he was the model in one of them. Not a happy model, but I got him to do it. Yeah, so, and he's quite a ham. He's grown on me too. I wasn't the biggest fan of bulldogs, but it was my husband's dream to have a bulldog, so we got him. Yeah, I fell in love with him. He's my baby. He's just the sweetest, hammiest thing around. And yeah, I love him. Number 8, I'm really into the paranormal. Scariest things possible. Ghosts, aliens, serial killers. I really like the My Favorite Murder podcast. I listen to that on my drive back and forth to work every day. And 2 Girls, 1 Ghost. They're pretty funny. So yeah, I'm just into scaring the shit out of myself as much as possible. Number 9, I will drink anything. Any alcohol. I'll drink beer, I'll drink wine. Cocktails are actually my favorite. Whiskey cocktails. yeah, I do love beer. I love the Guinness beer. I can't help it. I'm into the dark chocolate, the dark roast coffee, so the Guinness beer is right up my alley. That's my preferred beer to drink if I drink beer. So yeah, I will drink just about any alcohol ever made, including moonshine. And number 10, I guess I don't really have anything else I can think of, so I guess I will tell you my pet peeves. And try not to bang some stuff when I do. My number 1 pet peeve are those people, and Z, I hope this is not you, since you don't like the tailgaters. I hope you don't ride in the left lane doing the speed limit or only 5 miles over. That is the worst thing ever. I just don't understand it. You people have 2 more lanes to be in to do the speed limit. Why are you in the passing lane? The left lane is for passing. So if you get over there, please pass, and pass quickly. And the other thing is those people who speed through the shopping centers. Why? You know, pedestrians have right of way, right? If you hit a pedestrian, you were going down. There's no way you can say that a pedestrian hit you. So yeah, and they do it all the time at my AC Moore. People will stop to let you cross, and the people behind them will go around and almost clip you. And it's like, why? You know there are people walking. So yeah, I'm going to end it there because I will get really going and ranty on that. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.